شانت انتي كلكم, you're welcome. Our class إلى حاضرتها, it's to prepare couples, give you some tools. خدش هيرتها قد حاويتم بوش خدي جواروخن. Most memorable date. It could be a good one, or it could be like something that you don't want to remember, but it's sticking there. That's how bad it was. So, what's the most memorable date? Dating is just going out together.
Yeah.
It's going out together for somewhere like a picnic or a dinner or a place, a movie or adha. Those are dates. What does it take to have a good communication? Patience.
Listen well.
Listening.
Understanding each other.
Understanding. Okay. What else? Compromising. Huh? Khubba. What else?
Patient.
Respecting. Okay.
Patient.
Patient. Yeah. Honest.
Yeah.
I think we marked them all.
What does it take to be a good listener? So patient again, maybe respect la, and take turns. Okay.
I think like clarifying and making sure you're understanding. 'Cause there can be
Clarifying, okay. So you guys definitely had some good communication happen, in your dates. How does that make you feel when you have a healthy communication happening? You feel good,
Yeah.
okay.
I
What
enjoy
else?
my date.
You enjoy it,
Yeah.
okay. What else? Huh? Relief. That's the word I always hear. Relief. What happened when a good communication, a healthy communication doesn't take place? How does that make you feel?
frustrated.
Frustrated. Depressed, okay. Angry. Confused. What else? All
Lost.
things that you don't want. Lost. All things that you don't want. One person said, his name was Thori or whatever, said something very simple. He said it takes two to have a good communication, a healthy communication. One to speak and the other one to listen. So if you do not say how you feel and what you want and what's your need, no matter how much patience I have and how much a good listener I am and all these things, it's not going to work. La? So you have to be able to express قد مضت أمدت إلي قلوبك. Nobody reads mind. Nobody is Abdul Wahab. There is a study done that shows that communication is the number one predictor of marital happiness. When good communication happen,
Yes.
that's a happy marriage. No good communication, the marriage struggles. So, what does that tell you? How do you want your marriage to be, la? So, two important communication skills is assertiveness. Masan ana amran omdit ili gulibbi, omdit in riyashabi, omdit ibayinne. أخرتها إلى مشمتها قد أنا برمين أو نشمودي لمارا لا أمديت أنا بوين برمين. I have to understand, to listen to what he's saying or she's saying, not what I want to hear. لا so أنا تري من ديانة إنا رابع أنا قاعي. Active listening مو إلا ما active listening قد آتي you are able to paraphrase what the person is saying. قد أمرت له أمديتين أو خينا قم أمرو خمن دي تمرت أنا بخشاون هتخد بمارا. Is that right? That's active listening. تانت له من دي هذا إديو مخبورا وقا خا دكتور بينوا خدش documents شغلن وقيالي قا مدرسة مري قد يبين أنه so ein bei amra qadi qatlit an document bas itlugh document visitation. And I heard that she's saying if you want these documents you got to pay visitation. I was like خدشخينة بتنوى يعني كريبة شرشرة الله, you know, because Atin, you're my doctor, you're my family doctor. I've been with you for all these years, and you charge me for like this is how I understand. And I said, excuse me, can you repeat what you said? And she said, I only have the visitation document now. I don't have the other records. Okay, I was relieved. Sometimes we do that, we snap at each other because we don't understand what the other person is saying. We get the wrong message. Always paraphrase, always be patient. Repeat, ask questions. Ask each other. Baqrun. Awma mandi marukh. Is this what you mean? لهويت مغدخة اتخال مسلسل لبنانية أنا ومرتي. I could not, every time she would tell him like ما قلت بالحرف الواحد but أصدت. Like you didn't say it but you meant it. Come on, I didn't say that. You didn't say it but you mean it. So don't like make up things. Always ask for a question. Don't understand. Don't get the wrong message. Otherwise you will have a lot of issues. Okay? So, we'll talk Khacha Basadaha and then we'll take a break, Khacha. You can go around, drink water. I have some water in the refrigerator. We'll get out some. And Pepsi if you want. Now, before Pepsi was a privilege. Now nobody wants to drink Pepsi. Yeah. What is, I'll put this, the point behind this question is that there is this guy, these two guys named Joe and Hart. These two people, they study personality. بقراية وهذا studies قد هيري ناشي داخل برمي لجانه داخل برمي تخمنته خياله داخل هاوي spy ناشق أجانه to become a better person. So مودي ودلون مطينا الخامندي they invented something, a tool, they call it Joe Hart window, which is first name of each one of them. So what's the Joe Hart window? Joe Hart window is 4 windows. And the first window is the things that you know about yourself and everyone else knows about you. Okay? The second window is things you know about yourself but others don't know about you. The third one is things you don't know about yourself but others know about you. And the last one is things you don't know and even others don't know. Only God knows these things about you. So those are the 4 windows. And that's why the reason behind this is Makhmari, that sometimes, you're going to be living together for a long time and, you will see things in each other that the other person doesn't know. And you will tell them, yeah, this is who you are. No, I'm not. Yeah, yes, this is who you are. This is what you do. No, I don't. Right away you become defensive. جربت قد, لن هذا خانة, especially if it's not a good thing. No? And that's sometimes create problem, You have to understand that people can see things in you that you don't see. And it's okay. Especially a spouse, you are sharing everything together, so she can share this information with you. You have to accept that. You have to take it in and think about it. It will help you understand yourself better. Okay? So, we don't want to know anything that others don't know about you. Just keep it to yourself. That's fine. A majority of couples report they go out of their way to avoid conflict in their relationship. La? What do you think about this strategy? It's wrong? Why? Let's call it conflict. It's easier than problem. Problem, and it's a problem when you say it a problem. But in a conflict, it could be a good thing. Yeah? That's a good point. So, it's like what you're trying to say, this is active listening, it's an elephant under the rug is still an elephant. La? No matter how much you hide it, it's still an elephant. It's not going to go away. So you need to admit that this is an elephant there. Nah? What else?
Probably.
By the way, we're not talking about here about
Yeah.
a very dysfunctional relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
talking about
We're talking about you guys starting your life together.
Yeah.
And you want to start it on the right path.
Exactly.
بيت شريط خيوطه خندوس.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So it is one thing that you avoid something that bothers your friend, which creates a conflict, but there is a conflict, but you try to avoid it.
Yeah.
You don't admit that there is a conflict.
So you
It's not uncommon to talk about winning or losing an argument, but why there is no such thing as win-lose outcome in relational conflict. Sometimes you will try to win an argument with your spouse. La? And if someone comes out winner, what will the other one comes out?
emotionally imbalanced.
Or let's don't soften it, like tell it like it is. A loser, la? A loser. And imagine, you are married to someone that you want to make that person feel like a loser. You're making your spouse feel like a loser, so you're marrying to a loser. That's what you're creating. When you are trying to win argument or to make yourself feel better or makes yourself always feel right or righteous in any argument or any conflict, what you are not seeing is that you are making the other one loser or wrong or whatever you want to call it. So it's going to affect you.
But the beauty of argument is somebody's got to win. Otherwise, what's an argument?
Yeah, you can
It's a
both
boring
win.
argument.
You can both win. You're right. But you can both win.
Argument without winning.
Yeah, you can both win. You know that, la?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you know what? Sometimes we think that if we have a lot of conflict, that means we're not a happy couple. Sometimes one conflict could break the marriage. One conflict. And some people might have a conflict almost every day, but they're still happy. What's the secret? It's not the amount of conflict that determine, the healthiness of a relationship. It's not. It's just the way we handle these things. How do you guys define conflict? What does conflict mean to you? Why there is a conflict? Kamo you have a conflict. You have a kitra guguara. Disagreement? What brings the disagreement? Two different things. So what creates the stubbornness? What creates the stubbornness? Huh? Part of his personality. But why he's becoming stubborn, or she? Because she wants something, la? She wants something.
Yeah.
And she want to get it so bad.
Yeah, she want to get even.
La?
Yeah.
No, it's not about even. I want to get something. I want to get it so bad. So I become very determined or very, stubborn about it. So conflict is always about wants and needs. When there are two different wants or two different needs come together, it's a conflict. And let's go back to our question, John. How do you define love? You said it's feelings, nah? And I tell you that this feeling will go away, but there will be still love. Love is what you do for other to make him or her feel loved. So love is action. When I do something for you that is going to make you feel like loved, let's say, important, happy, or loved. the bottom line. You can name it anything, but it's loved. You know, oh, this guy really cares about me, that he did this for me. You know, it shows. So it's action. What I did for you is not. If I say to someone like, you know, you're my best friend, you're, you know, whatever, you know, keep just saying it, but when that person needs me, I'm not there. It's not love. No matter how much, you know, when I see that person, you know, I show him my love. I talk my love out, but I don't show any action. 1 time, 2, 3, then you say, you know, this guy is just is talking. There is no love there.
Yeah.
La? You realize. So khubba ile omdit oden ana qanashi. What I do for the person. And what is it that the Bible says that love is to serve each other's need. So conflict actually is an opportunity that introduces you to other person's needs and wants. It's an opportunity to make that person feel loved. So it's an opportunity to love that person more if we know how to handle it. But if you don't, if you become just selfish, you think about your own need and you don't want to like go one step, you know, closer to your mate to meet their need, you know, there's never going to be love again. And that conflict will stand between you, is not going to make you, you know, bring you closer again. And it's going to stand there forever until you meet that need there. Okay, so conflict is this. It's very important. Conflict, actually, in the beginning of any relationship, of marriage, conflict is a very good thing. It's a gift from God. It's a way to tell you, we as sinful nature, that, you know what, this person needs something from you, so show that love. That's what conflict is. See, this is how I always picture it. You, the man, is coming from this culture, this family culture. You know, you do things differently. You know, you have your own, you know, perception of life, your own interpretation of things, of holidays, of, you know, of words, and the other person same, but different things. You know, that you have, each one of you has different taste, different understanding, different perception, different, we call it all together, different family culture. And when you get married, you come together, you wanted to create your own family culture. That's not your parents, you know, the family of origin. It's not her family of origin, but it's a combination of both. So when you come together and create that, you know, when you get together, it's going to be sometimes, you know, this is going to scratch, you know, this is going to, you know, bump on this, until you find your way. There will be some conflict there. There will be some difficulties. That's why they say people who love each other, who care for each other, the first 7 years are very difficult. 7 years, yes. It's gonna take you 7 years to create that culture. You know. Yeah. First one is a really hard one. Yeah. Actually, the first one is the easiest one. You know why? Because you're still in love. Yeah. And then you're gonna wake up in the morning after your first anniversary. Things are changing. What's happening here? You know, that's when you need communication. That's when you need to always understand each other. You know, why he's doing this, why she's saying this. You need to understand each other's culture, not just personality, also culture. You watch, you know, how the family act. Sometimes, you know, when I am with my family, I'm a different person when I'm with my wife, because now I created my own culture, my family culture. It's different than, you know, the way that I had with my family of origin. So when I go to my family, I'm a different person. You know, like, for instance, let's say, I don't like to ask my wife to do things for me, as much as I can. Like if I can get up and get water for myself, I do that. If I'm busy, I ask her. But when I'm home, I always ask my mom to do things for me. I ask her to cook for me. I ask her to, I like to feel like pampered by my. But with my wife, I like to feel strong, independent, that she can rely on me. That I don't want to be pampered. She's my wife. She's not my mom. You know what I'm saying? So there's two different things. It's not that you might put it in so many different ways, but you have to understand that the way you are with your spouse, with your own family culture that you're creating, is going to be different. That's why we have something they call family map and couple map. In couple map, sometimes sometimes you probably, like in your family, you might not feel very connected to your family. Like there's no, each one, it's like your roommate in that family. But when you get married, you're so close, so attached to your spouse. It's like, you want to be with that person all the time. You don't want to leave that person. What's happening here, it's because you have a different culture here and different culture there. You try to create a culture that you're more comfortable with, that you probably have a control over it, but there you did not have that control. You were driven by that culture, let's say. Okay, so first year will be okay, you'll be happy, you'll be in love. Yeah. There are three things that you need that will help you ease those years, or will make it very enjoyable, will make it an adventure. Will make it something is like, you're going both hiking, or you are in safari, let's say. It's first of all tolerance. You have to be tolerant. You have to put in your mind that I don't love certain things in this person. I love the whole person, with ups and downs, with good things or bad things, and good day and bad day. I love this person. I'll take it as a package, even with the rap. I love the rap also. La? The second thing is ability to forgive. You guys will hurt each other sometimes. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. And that's not because you don't love each other. That's because we are human beings and we are a sinful nature. Sometimes we miss the mark. Sometimes we cannot aim to the right. So we miss the mark. But you cannot hold the small things and not let go. It's going to stop you from enjoying so many other big things. The other thing is respect and honor. You have to respect each other. Respect each other's dreams, hobbies, personality, minds, thoughts, body, everything. You have to respect the whole person. And family, where he come from, his culture. You have to respect that, because that's what you're going to make your culture from. Some of that, of course, not all of it. Okay, so you have to honor each other, respect each other, forgive each other, and tolerate each other. And believe me, these, when I'm saying 7 years, of course, it's just like a study shows, but people are not numb. We're not, let's say, our life is not measured by numbers, and God can work in our life in so many ways that, sometimes, when difficulties come, when trial comes in your marriage, you can either look at it as a curse, or you can look at it as a building of character. God wants you to build your marriage. There are so many things you need to work on. That's why you're going through this. And it's just a black cloud, let's say, you know, a cloud, and it's going to go away. The sun will shine again soon. But you have to use these 4 things together, you know, 3 things. Loving, accepting each other, and forgiving each other, and respecting each other. Okay?